Alright guys, I want to just do a quick market trend analysis of Ethereum. I know a lot of people are kind of spooked by these kind of peaks and valleys, but you got to take a step back and look at things like normally this would be like a 3 or 4 year trend cycle for a stock, but it's consolidated within a month. So some incredible gains here. Now, first of all, I do follow a lot of reporting that has a lot of good history and a track record. So I was able to get in about 150. So even with this little slight downturn, I'm still out ahead. If you look at this current kind of bubblishness, we've seen it before, and so I'm going to kind of explain the trend and why you can't get spooked too easily, and what kind of pivots I'm making next. Coming up in the next week. Alright, so looking at the beginning of the end of last month is actually the last time you see this big bubble move in. And what you're seeing is lots of capital moving in, riding it up, and according to peak analysis, so a lot of these traders are experienced stock traders. They look at peaks, and so they go by this peak, which is 176, and pulled a 209. So they expected a certain percentage uptick, or about 20% of the previous high before another drop. So what you're seeing is people timing this and pulling their capital out. So you'll see a sharp spike up, followed by a big spike down. Okay, so you saw that tick up about 15-20% higher than the previous value of 176. It had that drop down to 146. So you wait for about probably 5 days or so, you'll get to the previous high, which is the 207, 209. So about 5 days for that value or that momentum to pick back up. But there's an overall trend here. So this is 30 days, and while you see a bunch of spikes, you see a clean move up, clean ramp up, even though the day-to-day is choppy. So even during this recent downtrend, if you look, a week ago, the base was around 262, and you see the gradual uptick. So I expect this bump to be similar to this previous bubble. I would give it another 5 days to see how it resolves. There's a lot of things that are going on here during this day. So first of all, you saw this is before the Fed raised rates. So a lot of times they try to hit safe havens before they raise rates because they don't want people retreating to safe havens. So you see this in the gold market. They slammed gold before a rate hike, and that's kind of how they maintain price controls. This could be that. This is also, this downtrend as well was hit by a botnet attack. So they explained Coinbase going down as part of a botnet DDoS attack, and so you'll see prices drop pretty consistently in that respect. Even though you see a drop, again, you look back, 5 days ago, the baseline was around 254, but you see this gradual ramp up. I expect that to continue. And I would give it time to pick back up. So it is recovering slowly but surely, baseline being at 335. I expect 4 days will be at 400 again. Look for another peak. Again, I don't know if you guys are day trading or doing a long-term thing, but I would say put another peak in at about 420 or so, 400, 420. At that point, you can pull it, let it ride down, and catch it on the way up again. So pull it out at 420, wait 5 days, and pick it up on the next kind of bump up. Or pull out at 420, let it drop down to 370, and ride it back up if you want the gains on that. What I'm personally doing is riding this out till the 20th. Again, even though you see the sharp uptick, I expect them to hit the second pump in about 6 days, or within 6 days, 3-5 days or so. I'm probably going to switch over to Bitcoin at that point, or stay in cash and let the kind of peak work itself out. So again, I expect hitting this peak again of about 400, or going to about 430. and then just kind of reevaluate at the time. But yep, trade on your own instincts, and that's how I manage your money. But expect this kind of volatility. Ethereum and Bitcoin are the most stable coins out there as far as infrastructure, as far as backing, and so great way to kind of learn the market and understand it. They are higher priced, so it's kind of intimidating people. Alright, well, thanks for listening to some brief market analysis, and happy trading.